Hi, everyone. Welcome to 3 Minutes in the Loop, the bite sized video series where you can stock up on the latest supply chain insights, strategies, and news in the time it takes to get your caffeine fix. I'm your host, Mary Vasili, and today we're covering key transportation strategies supply chain leaders should adopt. Our special guest is Mike Green, VP at TWO. Mike, welcome to 3 Minutes in the Loop.
Thanks, Mary. Glad to be here.
Great to have you. So, we know that rising freight costs and delayed shipping are just the latest disruptions to hit supply chains. What are the most critical transportation trends we're seeing right now?
Yeah, I think two critical trends come to mind. One is capacity, which isn't new. The other one is inventory. Capacity is fluid based on transportation supply and demand fluctuations. Right now, the transportation market is experiencing a pretty tight market, driven by a lot of the common factors, driver shortages, et cetera. One of the components is carriers are having a difficult time increasing that capacity based on equipment availability. And then the other component is inventory, which is relatively new. Shippers have limited inventory. Manufacturers are having a difficult time replenishing inventory to pre-COVID levels, and the result of that is orders aren't being fulfilled in full. And so a lot of trucks on the road right now are shipping half full and shipping a lot of air, which isn't good when capacity's tight.
And we definitely see that those factors are putting additional pressure on supply chains, and we feel the effects at both the business and consumer levels. So, what are carriers and shippers trying to do to address those current conditions?
Yeah, carriers are obviously trying to add capacity, but it's challenging, right? We talked about it earlier. I think a lot of companies are looking at a dedicated or a hybrid dedicated model to guarantee some level of capacity. I think shippers and carriers are looking at autonomous trucks, a lot of neat concepts with Too Simple and Volvo to offset the driver shortage on high volume, high mile lanes. Um, and then one of the benefits of COVID is I think companies are now more than ever open to looking at technology for help, which is great.
Yeah, and so with all of these challenges facing supply chains, Mike, what advice do you have for companies to overcome them?
Yeah, I think it's a common theme, the whole shipper carrier collaboration. I think we need to get beyond shipper's market versus a carrier's market, depending on the capacities. The other area, obviously, is ship full or trucks. Regardless of market conditions, it just makes sense. It helps reduce capacity. It reduces transportation costs, and quite frankly, it's the right thing to do for the environment. Some other areas that we've been focusing on are the whole transportation forecasting piece, where providing visibility of shippers of what they need from a capacity perspective several days out. And then looking at that capacity over a longer horizon. So we smooth that capacity to reduce the fluctuations, to be more in line with what capacity is available.
All right, and there you have it. So, technology, transportation forecasting, and shipping fuller trucks are just a few of the strategies supply chains should adopt to minimize those transportation challenges. So, thank you for those insights, Mike, and thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching. Now you're in the loop. See you next time.